Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are ready for our story time today. We have Reindeer Storytime, and I have my reindeer gear on. I'm all ready for the holidays. All right, we're gonna get started with our welcome song. And in case you guys haven't already, I think Miss Malorena put our story time lyric sheet in the chat, so you can click on that and follow along with us. So we're going to start. Can you guys hear me? I just wanted to make sure. If you can, go ahead and raise your hand. Okay, great. I'm very glad you can all hear me. Okay, so let's start with our hello or welcome song, okay? So we're gonna, if you have your sheet in front of you, we're gonna go ahead and start. So it goes, hello everybody, can you clap your hands? Clap your hands, clap your hands. Hello everybody, can you clap your hands? Clap your hands. Now I think we can probably try to touch our nose, right? Let's do that. Hello everybody, can you touch your nose? Touch your nose, touch your nose. Hello everybody, can you touch your nose? Touch your nose. Yay! All right, where's everybody from today? Go ahead and type it in the chat. You can let me know where you're tuning in from. Even though we can't see you, we can feel your presence in the chat, and we're so happy that you guys are here. Wow! Dublin, that's crazy. Fremont, Danville, Cupertino. Oh, Canada. Minnesota. Wow. Everybody from across the world. I'm so glad you're here with us today. Okay. So, I have a little picture game that I want to share with you. Let me pull this up. Okay. Here we go. So since we're going to be doing all things reindeer today, I want you guys to take a very good look at this screen, and let's see if you guys can name all these reindeer body parts. So go ahead and type it in the chat what you think each picture is. I'll give you 30 seconds to take a look at that. So go ahead and type it in. Let's see if you get it all correct. And how many of you guys have seen an actual reindeer, like in person? And have you ever pet a reindeer? I have never gotten to, but hopefully one day I can. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see if you guys have this right. Okay. Here are the answers. So the first one we have is the nose and the mouth. And then the next one is antlers. Just like me, I have antlers too. The next picture are legs and hooves. And the last one is a tail. If you guys got that right, give yourself a round of applause. Yay! Okay, the next thing we are going to do is a fun little flannel board. So I have it right here. Let me just tilt this down so you all can see. Miss Lorena, just wanted to double check, am I highlighted? Okay, so we have, there we go. Now we can see me better. Okay, so we have this flannel board and it is called Rudolph, Rudolph. Now we need to get Rudolph ready for his big event with Santa, right? But what's he missing? He's missing his nose. Okay, so follow along with your music sheet and let's see if we can get him all set. Ready? Rudolph, Rudolph, what will you do? You can't guide Santa's sleigh if your nose is, what color is this? Blue! Rudolph, Rudolph, you're such a silly fellow, but who will know it's you if your nose is yellow? Rudolph, Rudolph, Santa gave a wink, but what will he say if your nose is pink? Rudolph, Rudolph, it's time to fly at night, but you can't get through the snow if your nose is white. Rudolph, Rudolph, it's time to go to town, but you can't help Santa if your nose is brown. Rudolph, Rudolph, Santa has his sack, but you're not ready if your nose is, what color? Black. Rudolph, Rudolph, the children are in bed, and now you can get on your way because, what do we think his nose is going to be now? Red! Now, is that the Rudolph we know and love? Yay! He is ready to go to town with Santa. Awesome job, everyone. Okay. Next, we have our first book, and this one is called The Naughtiest Reindeer. Let me pull it up and we can get started. Here we go. The Naughtiest Reindeer. Okay. And this is a book that is available on Hoopla Digital if you wanted to download it yourself. Okay, The Naughtiest Reindeer. This is by Nikki Greenberg. Rudolph the reindeer was lying in bed with a running red nose and a headache in his head. "I'm sorry," he groaned. "I just can't pull a sled. You'll have to ask my sister Ruby instead." And all the reindeer like, "Ruby?" cried Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. "Not Ruby. She's naughty, she's flighty, she's silly, she's wild. She'll wee down the chimneys or tramp the child. She'll chew all the presents, she'll knock down the trees. I'd rather a camel. Not Ruby, no, please." "Stop whining, you lot," boomed out Santa's big voice. "It's Christmas tomorrow. We haven't a choice." "Come, Dasher, come, Dancer, come, Prancer and Vixen, come, Comet, come, Cupid, come, Donner and Blitzen. Come, Ruby, come, Ruby, Ruby." "Oh dear, where is that deer?" "Yippee!" shouted Ruby. I'm here. "Me on a sleigh, oh, fabulous day. The North Pole's so dull, let's go south right away. Goodbye, elves, goodbye, workshop, goodbye, ice and snow. Here we go, here we go, here we go." "Oh dear," said the deer. Ruby is quite excited. For most of the night, things were going all right, delivering toys though the timing was tight. Ruby tried hard, just as hard as she could, to be quiet, obedient, careful, and good. But pulling a sleigh wasn't really much fun. It was packed full of toys, but she couldn't have one. And while Santa went in and got cookies to eat, she had to wait, fidgeting out on the street. "I'm bored," grumbled Ruby. Then she had an idea. "Oh dear, Ruby, no! Ruby, no!" said the deer. The trouble began right here in your street. Ruby squeezed through the window with mud on her feet, tripped over a cat, and spilled milk on the floor. Got tangled in tinsel, then crept out the door. That was fun, giggled Ruby. How about just one more? But could she stop? She could not. At number 11, she raided the kitchen, tried on Christmas stockings, and broke all the stitching. At 13, she destroyed Grandma's purse. At 26A, she did something much worse. Uh-oh, it looks like she's drinking out of the toilet. In house after house, Ruby muddled and messed. And by daybreak, well, Santa was horribly stressed. Disaster, he wailed. Christmas morning is here. We're running behind, all because of that deer. Home, Dasher, home, Dancer, home, who's it, what's it? And the sun had come up and poor Santa had lost it. Worse yet, there were presents still left in his sack. He missed out one house and couldn't go back. Those children will just have to wait till next year. No Christmas for them, thanks to that wretched deer. By the time he got home, Santa's head was quite hazy. You missed out a house, yelled his wife. Are you crazy? We'll be out of a job, she cried, seizing an elf. Just hand me those presents. I'll go myself. Quick, come Dasher, come Dancer, come Prancer and Vixen, come Comet, come Cupid, come Donner and Blitzen. Come, Ruby! Come, Ruby! Ruby! Where's that deer? Mrs. Claus, Mr. Claus, sputtered Mrs. You've left her behind. Forgetting our dear? Are you out of your mind? You'll lose your own beard if it wasn't stuck on. And then with a shake of the reins, she was gone. Meanwhile, right here in your street, two children woke up full of Christmas cheer. They'd written to Santa and been good all year. They rushed down the hall to look under the tree, but their hearts sank. Their smiles fell, for what did they see? What do you think they saw? A big empty space where their presents should be. It was bad. They were sad. Santa's been, cried the boy. Look, he's eaten the cake and drunk all his milk. Has there been some mistake? But just then his big sister jumped up with a shout. For there on the sofa with crumbs around her snout was a deer, a real deer, curled up fast asleep. Is it true, they both gasped? Could she be ours to keep? From their perch on the roof on that bright Christmas day, Mrs. Claus and her team watched the new friends at play. As they cartwheeled and capered, she heard Ruby say, Let me stay, I'll be good, let me stay. Goodness me, Mrs. Claus said, you've got quite a nerve. After all that mischief, you hardly deserve. And then she stopped and she thought, I don't know if I ought. Well, she said, you haven't exactly been good, she said. But since it's Christmas, all right. Yippee! Shouted Ruby. Then quickly, before the two children could see them, up to the sky whizzed the sleigh and its team. Goodbye, Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen. Farewell, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. Merry Christmas, they whispered. Be good, Ruby dear. Wipe your feet, mind your manners, and we'll see you next year. Yay! That was such a silly book. And Ruby was mischievous, but it looks like she's going to be having a fun year with those two kids. Okay, so what do we have next? We have a little song. I don't know if you guys were able to pick up. I don't know where I put my little. Well, if you guys are able to pick up your Jingle Bells from the library, we're going to be using that next. And we're going to be singing a little tune that's going to require some movement. So I want you guys to stand up at home. It's called Reindeer, Reindeer, and it's to the tune of Teddy Bear, Teddy Bear. So everybody stand up. And on the count of 3, we're going to get started. So if you have your bells in your hand, just make sure you can put it on your wrist and then just shake it around. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Reindeer, reindeer, jump up high. Reindeer, reindeer, across the sky. Reindeer, reindeer, land softly on the roofs. Reindeer, reindeer, step lightly with your hooves. Reindeer, reindeer, turn around. Reindeer, reindeer, touch the ground. Reindeer, reindeer, now go slow. Reindeer, reindeer, still far to go. Reindeer, reindeer, now go fast. Reindeer, reindeer, home at last. Good job, everyone. All right, now we are going to have a poll to test your knowledge if you know what reindeer eat. So let me pull up my sheet here so we can see what the options are. Okay. All right, so here are 4 pictures. We have, they definitely all look so green. So we are going to put up our little voting poll to see if you guys know the right answer. All right, let's pull up the poll. And here we go. All right, so make sure you cast your votes to see if you know what do reindeer eat. And we'll see how many of you guys got it right. Now, do you recognize anything in these pictures? I think I see some grass and some fern and some moss or lichen and some herbs. Okay. We'll give it 10 more seconds. It looks like most of you are guessing grass. That's a good option. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's end the poll and we'll see what the results are. Okay, so most of you chose grass, and then second runner up is all of the above. And guess what? It is all of the above. So reindeer do eat moss, lichen in the wintertime. They eat all kinds of herbs. They eat ferns. They definitely eat grass as well. Good job. Here are the results. So good job, everyone. You guys pretty much got it all right. Any kind of answer you casted was correct. Okay, let's see. Okay, next thing we are going to do a famous Christmas time song, and it is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I hope you guys know this song. Grab your lyric sheets and we're gonna get started right now, okay? 1, 2, 3. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you join my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. Yay! Give yourselves a round of applause. I love that Christmas song. It is perfect for this holiday. Okay, the next thing I have for you guys is our second book. Let me pull that right up. This book is called Good Night Reindeer. And this is by Denise Brennan Nelson and illustrated by Marco Bucci. So let me share my screen with you and we'll get started. Here we go, Good Night Reindeer. So this book is also available on Hoopla, and you can also request from the library when we are back in service. Good night, reindeer. Good night, reindeer. So Santa's trying to round them all up for bedtime because they have their big day delivering the presents, right? Good night, Blitzen. Time for bed. Good night, Vixen. Good night, Prancer. Good night, Hooves. Good night, Dancer. Good night, Shoes. Good night, Comet. Good night, Stars. Good night, Planets. Good night, Cars. Good night, Cookies. Good night, Toys. Good night, Cupid. Good night, Noise. Good night, Donner. Good night, Day. Good night, Dasher. Good night, Sleigh. Good night, Workshop. Good night, Elves. Good night, Dolls. Good night, Bells. Good night, Rudolph. Good night, good night. Time for bed. Turn off your light. Good night, Rudolph. It looks like Rudolph's still trying to stay awake. And that was the end of our book. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was fun. All the reindeer definitely want to stay up all night because they want to just have so much fun, right? Okay. I have one more poll for you guys. We are going to vote to see who our favorite reindeer are. Are you ready? Do you know all the 9 reindeer, right? So go ahead and cast your vote for your favorite reindeer. Who do you think it's gonna be? You want to know my favorite reindeer? I think I like Comet because I love all things that are space. And comets are cool too, right? All right, so get your vote in. We'll give it about 20 more seconds. And then after that, I have a fun dance for you. So again, I'm gonna have you guys get up off of your seated positions, and then we're gonna do a little dance. And if you have your bells, you can also use those, okay? All right. Let's give it 5 more seconds. Cast your votes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's see who won. Who was everybody's favorite reindeer? It looks like it was Rudolph. What? Of course, I guess Rudolph is a favorite, right? And then we have Dancer next. Excellent choices, everyone. Okay, thank you for voting. All right, are you guys ready? Do you have your dancing shoes on? We are going to do the Reindeer Pokey. Now, if you guys know the Hokey Pokey, you're gonna just be able to do this dance really easily. Okay, so let's get started on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You put your antlers in, you put your antlers out, you put your antlers in, and you shake it all about. You do the reindeer pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. What should we do next? We're gonna do our hooves. We put our hooves in, we put our hooves out, we put our hooves in, and we shake it all about. We do the reindeer pokey and we turn ourselves around. That's what it's all about. Let's do our tail next. Do you guys have a tail? It should be back there, right? You put your tail in, you put your tail out, you put your tail in, and you shake it all about. You do the reindeer pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Let's try our whole body. Ready? You put your body in, you put your body out, you put your body in, and you shake it all about. You do the reindeer pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Yay! Good job, everyone. Woo! That was a little bit of exercise, wasn't it? And got us all moving. Okay, now I have a special treat. We are going to see some live reindeer. Okay, let me get this going. Let's see here. Let me share my screen and then you guys can see some reindeer live. Here we go. So this is a farm. I believe it's somewhere in the Midwest, but earlier we had a bunch of reindeer. It looks like there's just one right now, but he looks just like our pictures, right? Isn't he so cute? Let's see if any more show up on the screen. If not, that's okay. You guys know what a reindeer looks like. They are adorable and they have antlers and they love to eat green things. And after this, I have a special guest joining us today. So we'll see who's going to come on and then we're going to be able to ask them questions. So once we have our guests on, go ahead and ask questions in the Q&A option, and we're going to be able to get some answers for you with our special guest. So I don't think any more reindeer are going to show up. That's okay. We are going to go to our special guest now. Let's see. Where is our special surprise guest? Can they turn their camera on? And we'll see who it is. Oh my goodness! Look, everyone, it is Sven. Sven is joining us all the way from Arendelle. Hi, Sven. How are you? We're so glad to see you. Now, if you guys have questions for Sven, go ahead and put them in the Q&A right now, and we'll get some answers from him. Miss Lorena, could we highlight Sven so that everybody can see him?
He is, you should have the spotlight on both of them, so you guys should be able to see both Miss Jackie and the special guest on the same screen. So you guys should see them side to side.
Can you guys see Sven okay? Okay, so our first question. What is Sven's favorite color? Sven, could you tell us what your favorite color is? Oh, okay. Wow, that's awesome. So Sven said his favorite color is red. And as you can see, his background is very Christmassy. He is all ready for Christmas. Thank you for your question. Next one, Sven, are you magical? Do you have magic? Oh, okay, okay. So I'm translating for Sven, you know, because I speak moose, or not moose, I'm sorry. I speak reindeer. I don't know if you guys speak reindeer or not, but I do. Sven says, yes, he is magical because he is able to sing along with Christoph and he has the best time with him, and he's able to make a whole pile of grass disappear really quickly. Great question. Okay, let's see. Sven, how old are you? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, wow. So Sven says that he is about 5 years old, but sometimes he feels like he's just a little baby reindeer again. Okay, let's see. Hey Sven, where is Olaf, Anna, Elsa, and Kristoff? Where are they? Oh, uh-huh. Okay. Okay, so Sven said that they are all getting ready for Christmas. They are in the other room wrapping presents because they're going to do a gift exchange with each other. Good question. Let's see, what's the next one? Can you fly? Sven, can you fly? Uh-huh. Okay, so Sven said that he can't fly, but he wish he could. He's only able to run really, really fast in the snow. But if he could have a magical power, he would want to fly. Let's see. Sven, what is your favorite candy? Oh, you know what? Me too. So Sven said his favorite candy is Reese's peanut butter cups. Who loves Reese's peanut butter cups? I do. That's one of my favorite ones too. Let's see. Sven, do you know Rudolph and have you met Santa? Uh-huh. Okay, he says that he's never met them, but he's written them letters because he wants to be able to meet them and possibly on a Zoom meeting. Wouldn't that be funny? All right, let's answer two more questions and then we're going to have to end our story time. So let's see. Sven, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas, Sven? Okay. That is a good answer. Sven says that he would love to have a little pet kitten because he loves animals and he wants to have a little companion that can sit on his back while he romps around in the snow. Good question. All right, we have time for one more question. Let's see. Sven, can you read? Are you able to read, Sven? Uh-huh. Oh, excellent. So Sven says, yes, he can read because he learned very young as a little baby reindeer that learning to read is so, so important. That way he can read the signs and know where all the yummy food is. Yay! Thank you so much for joining us, Sven. I'm so glad you're able to tune in from Arendelle and say hi to Anna and Elsa and Kristoff for us. Oh, and Olaf too. All right, everyone. So that is the end of our story time, but I just wanted to remind you guys that we have a very special event coming up this Saturday, December 12th. We have our Comic Con at home, and that actually kicks off at 10 a.m. with a very special Elsa story time. So make sure to join in. We do expect a really large crowd, so you don't have to go to the Zoom link. If you go straight to our YouTube channel, you can watch the Storytime live, and that way you don't have to log into anything. Just watch it streaming there. Also, on Friday, December 11th, we have our Hanukkah story time called Dreidel Dreidel. So definitely don't miss out on that. And tomorrow, if you've already signed up, we have my first book club. That's going to be at 4 p.m. with our special literacy host. Okay, so thank you guys all for joining me today. If you missed any part of this presentation, you can watch it right after this on YouTube and you'll be able to see the entire thing. Okay, everyone, have a